Degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals!
Dip, 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 dip. Dip, 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 dip. Hello. Hello, good morning. How we doing? How are we doing? Guten Tag. Guten Tag, Mr. Streamer. Like, it used to be tradition for me. It used to be tradition to just read all of your names.
Who can I do a sticky poo inside of?
Okay, I'm off again. It used to be like tradition that I read off all your names and everything, and we do the good morning ritual and everything, but it's like it's impossible now. It is absolutely impossible now. There's way too many people in here. Yeah. We have some new added patch notes, right? And we also have a group play nerf. Too many minions, yeah. A big streamer now? Yeah, apparently. Yesterday definitely felt like that. Yo, need more tang with the prime. Thank you so much. Guten Morgen. Good morning. New skill tree available. Exactly. Starting point for ES changed. No. I didn't even see the tree yet. But I saw that the tree is uploaded on PV2 database. So it might not be a witch start. PSA. PSA for everyone here. Depending on which class you start with, these starting points are different. Okay? So, very important. Very important. Okay? You see this? That's why. So, chill. PSA. Holy, yeah. I mean, Clicks, you're doing holy, but like so many people have commented that already, so. Guten Morgen aus Hildesheim. Let's go. It's gonna be like since you're like not too far from me there. It's gonna be hot today. I don't want it to be like over 30 today. It's gonna be very rough. Where's the tree? It's coming. So first of all, where's the tree? Does someone have the link for the tree? I lost it. Does someone have the link? Miso had it in his chat earlier. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, but first, before we go into the tree, there is new additions to the patch notes, right? Where do you allocate the next 2 points for Lich Ascendancy after Chaos Trial? Is it not in the guide? Let me actually check. Just in case it's not in the guide. Oh, it's in there. Here. Soulless Form first. Rupture of the Flesh second. Did you consider going martial artist? I did consider, yes. I did consider. I'm not going to, though. Greetings back from Oldenburg. Yeah, it looks like we're not gonna move to Oldenburg, by the way. Looks like we're not gonna do that. I can't do the key light today, I think. Is this fine? Can I sit in the darkness today? Right? This is fine, okay? Like, I can't do this thing today. It's too bright. My eyes can't do it today. Wait, why not? Because gonna be based on my wife's job, and she's looking for stuff actively that is not here. Why not activate the collapsed sun? Yeah. All right. So we have new additions to the patch notes. I'm wearing a hoodie right now. It's already way too warm. Okay. There we go. Düsseldorf NRW is looking a lot for a dentist right now. I mean, everywhere. Everywhere. She can basically, like, I'm not kidding you when I tell you, every single application she sends out, she gets invited for a job interview, and she had like 4 job interviews so far, and all 4 said, yes, please. we will have you. Every single one. So it's like it's like dentists are just, I think doctors, dentists, everything. You get a job always. Friend of mine just started at 110k as a 34. Is that? But that's not in assistance side, right? NK. That's not in residency. He's a dentist already, not in residency anymore, right? First year of normal, just out. Yeah, that is apparently the median. But let's not get sidetracked. Are you gonna spam your life flask for COC? Yeah, this has been a thing for a while now, and now that Fopgon released a video on this, everyone's gonna be
Degenerate,
talking about
low-life
this, right?
thugs,
Am I
criminals.
gonna get annoyed today because everyone's gonna be talking about that? This has been a thing for ages. Like, yes, we all know we can spam Life Flask. Who's gonna do that, though? And also, I'm not sure about the math, but I don't think it's gonna be the same as before, like Leech. That's inherently different. JK Spiritling, thank you. For the 6th month resub, thank you. People will macro it, yeah, and then they get banned. I don't know. I'm never gonna do that. Even if it's like the most meta build of all time, I'm not gonna do a Life Flask build. I'm sorry. Macro is allowed if it's just one action for one click, so you can actually just macro, like, automate clicking? I don't think so. I think what is allowed is if you, let's say you press U, or you press any button, and it presses like another button for you. Or like it keeps you from pressing a button or something. But I don't think it's allowed to have a button press automated. Because that's what people would want to do with the flask, right? They would want to have a thing where they don't have to press a button. Or like, am I stupid here? It's only allowed if you don't get caught. Didn't Kongor use something like an auto clicker or something in PoE1 that wasn't even bad or something and got banned immediately or like suspended immediately? So I don't know. But that's also streamer, I guess. I guess people are snitching immediately, I would assume. I would assume they are snitching immediately there. If I do something illegal, you guys would probably snitch on me like at the drop of a hat, or however you say that. Snitching for drama is part of the deal, yes. Congo used a mouse wheel in PoE2, but because they thought he automated, he got banned. Okay, yeah. The monk tree looks absolutely insane. Oh, no spoilers, please. Okay. What's up, Addicted? Wait, is that Addicted all year? #1 commenter on GGG's patch note post? Is that the Addicted all year? Hashtag 0026. Famously known for the #1 comment and not including me in the comment. I'm a little bit like my ego. I don't know if my ego can take this, Addicted. Like, you included Ang11, Fob Wide, X the Boulder X. Am I not famous enough for you to include me in your #1 comment? Am I not famous enough? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your answer. Hippothynus. Thank you for the prize. Permaban income. No. No, you aren't YJ. Alright, so. Update to patch notes. What day is it today? Oh, Addicted just ducked. He just ducked. He doesn't want any of the smoke. Or he's including me right as we speak right now. He's gonna say, next thing he's gonna type in chat is refresh. He's gonna say, refresh, please. Refresh. I knew it. I got Best ass 11, you say? See? See? Peer pressure works, guys. There we go. Peer pressure works. Banned for league start, classic. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? The comment was always there, yeah. Alright. So. Updated patch notes. Wait, that's a lot. Holy shit. 7 Kalgurin supports that can be crafted from remnants, concussive runes. Yeah, we know that. Added the ability to quickly search the trade market. We know that. You can use reclaim. The passive tree is out. No way, the passive tree is out. What? No way. No way. Was? Was? Next is out. The full passive tree? Or is it still no? No, it's yeah, we're like first things first. What are the changes here that are actually insane? Actually modifiers that applies allies in your presence such as scepters and grip of Kulamark ring no longer stack in a party if multiple party members have modifiers of the same time. Group play nerf. Group play nerf. Added new armor applies to elemental damage at faster start of energy shield recharge clusters to the passive skill tree. Okay. So energy shield not that nerf, I guess. Not that nerfed. They added new ones. Added new hybrid armor applies to elemental damage and deflection clusters. Okay. Added new hybrid deflection. Added new armor and evasion clusters. Okay, okay. Just hybrid, yeah. The backup plan notable passive skill now provides 20% increased armor. Okay. Defiance. Okay. Armor and energy, armor and evasion rating nerfs. Buffs, I mean. We know that. Iron slippers. Iron slippers got nerfed. Okay. Subterfuge mask got nerfed. I mean, that was kind of deserved. That was a long time coming, I think. Subterfuge mask just got fucking halved. That is 07. Is it even worth taking now? Is that worth taking? Just like halving that? I don't know. Probably still is, right? Probably still is because it's not that much investment. You're there anyway. Am I blind? Yes, I am. It's 3 nodes. You probably still take it. Probably still take it. If you're evasion energy shield hybrid, you will definitely still take that. Most of the time you did anointed, yeah, that's true. That's true. A lot of the times you do anointed because this area isn't that good, right? I mean, blinding strike is good, agile succession is kind of good, but I don't really see a lot of people just going here a lot. Wild Cat notable passive skill now provides 12% evasion as deflection, previously 10. Small passive granting gain deflection rating equal to a percentage of evasion have values of 8%. Bark skinned? Ooh, bark skin buffed. Do we think that's gonna be enough to make armor energy shield worth? I don't think so, right? Do we think so? Crimson, do you think so? I think they need to buff armor energy shield like 15 more times, I guess. Mark of Siphoning causes enemies marked by supported skills cause you to leech mana equal to 8% of physical attack damage. What was it before? What was it before? Oh, wait. Oh, damn. Fate of the Val is dead. No more Fate of the Val. Back from the store, what did I miss? We waited for you. We waited for you. Oh my god, I have to do all of this, right? Let's put the mirrors in here for now. Oh god. Oh god. What did I want to look up? Mark of Siphoning, right? Where's my gems? Why are we bombing the stream? Hello? Oh my god, my standard is so fucked. No. Do we have something in here? Yeah. Okay. Mark of Siphoning. Did they cap that? No, wait. Oh. Before it was 5% of attack damage, and now it is 8% of physical damage. Is that... Why did I get... Wait. your $1 dono didn't... it fucked up. No. The $1 dono, it fucked up. Why is that frozen? I think it came at the exact same time as the other thing. No. Wait, did it work though? I want to see if it works because I want to see if the donation and everything works, and I never get any. So that's not saying you have to, but and now I missed it. Fuck. If you have, oh no, I see it. I see it. Nico tipped $1. I see it. I see it. Okay, it worked. Okay, I see it. Perfect, it worked. It just froze. I have a dumb question because I've never done, but can you prepare stash traps in before leak? Yes. I think you can. It was TTS? Oh no. Does TTS work? It didn't work? Okay, let me check that real quick. Events. Switch. Donation. Stream elements donation. It should have TTS. It should have TTS. That's weird. Okay, so mark of siphoning, blah blah blah. Gravebind unique gloves have 15% to 20% increased rarity of items found, and your other modifiers of rarity items found do not apply. Huh? What? It killed is that killing rarity bots? I never done it, so how does that work? It just kills rarity bots? All 7. All 7. Hello, Word. Okay. Song fits, yeah. Perfect timing. What? Okay. Lesser, greater, and perfect jeweler's orbs can now be used on items with skills on them to increase the number of sockets on the item's granted skills. Using a jeweler's orb on items with multiple skills will affect all skills on that item. What? I didn't even realize. Okay, what? Okay, now I got it. What? That's huge. Was? Wait, that's huge. So you can get a level 17 skill on an item and you can still 5-link it. From the podcast with Gazzy and DM, I tried to watch that, and that's I love that interview, by the way, but every time I watched that I just fell asleep because I always put it on at the wrong time. Wow. Level 20 skill value just plummeted. I mean, the level 20 skill value still has value because the spell is higher damage or whatever it is, right? Stop putting it on at sex time. Okay. Big win for Liminal Coil. That's true. That's a good call. That's a good call. I really want to play that. Improve the rewards offered for completing the tribal medicine quest. Happy shark hunting. Okay. That's where we put the shark fin, right? And then apparently something happens now. Because before it was just like that you were immune to corrupted blood in that area. That is what happened when you used the shark fin at the medicine thing. Right? I'll tame that boy. Yeah. What happens if you tame them, by the way? If you tame a boss in the campaign that you're supposed to kill, and you tame him, and what happens? Do you still get the progress? Oh, you have to kill to tame. Okay. You become friends. Okay. Funny enough, Farmer was the first person to have the first 3-socket 30 qual base last league. What? That's crazy. Fix the bug where fire skills by spell totem could generate raging spirits. Okay. Bond police. Fix the bug where fire skills used by visages of a line fate could generate raging spirits. Okay. Oh! How did no one say this, by the way? The CI stun threshold bug is gone. 07 CI builds. Kinda. Oh, that's gonna be bad, I think. For all the CI users. Like, I'm not, like, for real. Because that is one of the main downsides usually about CI, right? That's one of the main downsides about CI. Oh no, anyway, yeah, I mean, CI is useless, and I mean, you just have to get a bunch of stun threshold now, right? Because otherwise that's gonna feel very bad. You have to get threshold anyways. I mean, before you just had to get one node and you were fine. I don't think it's gonna be working that way now. Does my Dead Rabbit as insurance, as 11 insurance cover as a CI user? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You just have to get it. I just have to get it approved with corporate. It will take between 6 and 7 weeks, I think. That's usually the time it takes to process that. Fix the bug where having Eternal Youth allocated while having 0 energy shield would result in your life regeneration, ignoring the energy shield regeneration delay. Okay. Where the fuck is Prada to elaborate? Okay. Fix the bug where the increase to critical damage bonus from Gore Spike was not displayed in the skill stats panel. Okay. Thank God. Finally. Onk making jokes? What? Who's the Onk? I'm no Onk. Right? For real. I'm frame mogging you right now. My cortisol is spiking. See? See how I'm not old and I'm in tune with the current vernacular of the youth? You heard that, right? Please stop. With what? What do you mean? Please stop with what? So faded. Faded than a hole. Faded than a hole. Faded than a hole. Do you guys still remember that guy, by the way? The faded than a hole guy? The Yodi we're out here in Yodi land. That one? Okay. That was a very good use of that redeem. I'm just gonna point that out. Who used that? Mantle. Okay. That was... Shout out Fulcrum. Yeah, shout out Yodi land. Did you see the Twitch drop announcement video? Yes, we will watch that real quick. And then we go into the passive tree. Path of Exile. Okay, let's look into my YouTube recommendation if there's any sus stuff. I'm pretty clean when it comes to my YouTube recommendations, I think. I'm pretty clean, right? Right? So, Twitch drops.
Hi, I'm Mark
Boss?
Roberts.
Okay,
game
now the
director
second
on
YouTube
Path of
account.
Exile. During the launch of Return of the Ancients, we're running 2 weeks of Twitch drops, as well as a supporter streamer campaign. During the first week of launch, you'll be able to claim the Arbiter of Ash waypoint by watching your favorite creators in the Path of Exile 2 category for 3 hours. In week 2, you can claim the Wendigo's Crown helmet attachment. Support your favorite creators by gifting 2 subs or subscribing to 2 channels in the Path of Exile 2 category.
This is actually, I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that because I want people to give 2 subs or subscribe to the channel, but this is actually kind of a cool
by gifting 2 subs or subscribing to 2 channels in the Path of Exile 2 category to claim the Vericium Parasite pet.
By the way, I saved all of my Twitch promotion time. You have like in a year, you have like a bunch of time where you can do promos where gifting subs is like 35% cheaper or something, and I will do that for the whole league launch. So if you wanna get this pet, it's gonna be cheaper on this channel. Also, you support this streamer right here.
Embrace the infinite void with the Arbiter of Ash waypoint. Should other exiles
Does that mean you get less money for it though? Nope. Nope.
Visit your hideout, they will be covered in ash upon entering.
I don't think so, at least. I don't think so. Maybe,
Become
but if
the
I do,
Nameless
I don't
with
care.
the Wendigo's Crown helmet attachment. It offers 6 variations, allowing you to choose any combination you like, with or without visual effects. In addition, the helmet attachment tracks your kills across different types of monsters. Be it beasts.
I think you get less. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I probably get less with the promo, but that's fine. It's still
humans, demons.
I will 100% not complain about league starts and people gifting subs and me getting less. I will 100% never complain about anything close to that. Like, I still think it's crazy that GGG does this even, because if GGG didn't do this on league launches, I would not be able to be a full-time streamer. So I should just be very grateful already.
Constructs or undead. Not all Vericium spawns desperately want to
Gotta
end
make
you.
the import
Some
build
simply
into
need
thing.
a little
Yes,
love.
as soon as I
like
can.
this Vericium Parasite pet. That's a good boy.
Is it though?
All of these items are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way. Thanks for watching and have a great league start.
Will it be free? It will be available on my only plans. The .build file, by the way, will always be on the Discord, by the way. The .build file will be on the Discord. That's the best way to... Once we have the .build file and everything, I will most likely just upload it to my Discord, where also the filter is, where the custom sounds for the filter is, where all my builds are and everything. Release the abyssal files, yeah. Okay, passive tree. Passive tree. What should we do here? So we already know that they buffed these nodes, right? They increased the spell damage here on these nodes early. For some reason, they increased it from 8 to 10 on the Witch Start. They removed early game physical damage. I don't think so, honestly. I think this is just a mistake because this is the Zoic Start. So if we go Zoic here, flammability magnitude, this is just a mistake. This is the Sorceress Start. It just doesn't change when you go to Witch. It's the Zoic Start. This will still be here. They didn't remove that. They did not remove that. Did they remove the change with the Witch Start? Nah. It's a mistake on PoE2 database here. They probably only data mined or got the Zoic one here. That's why it's like that. This is just the Zoic. So this will still be here. The physical damage and the chaos damage. There's no way they remove that. There's absolutely no reason to remove that. Didn't know that no change when you swap from Zoic to Witch. Now you know. Now you know. So Witch gets physical minions and chaos, and Sorceress gets magnitude, all elemental resistances and elemental damage, and infusion duration. If they change that, that would be in the patch notes. Exactly, Chris. That's, yeah, perfect reasoning. Okay, so we still get 28% maximum energy shield here. We still get 30% maximum energy shield here. Melding still is 40, so... How do we do this the best way to see what's actually new? Because this is gonna be hard to see. This is gonna be hard to do. Did you see patch notes update already? I did. They didn't nerf Max ES, only ES recharge. Yep. Apart from Patient Barrier. Patient Barrier lost like 10%, right? New recharge nodes? Yeah. Wait, did I click on something? Oh, I didn't mean to click. What happened? Okay. What happened? Okay. Did you see the new rune tier? Yeah, there's perfect runes now. More runes. Woo. So, we have a new cluster here. This is supposed to be recoup, right? This here is supposed to be recoup. Speed of recoup effects. Speed of recoup effects. Debuff of you expire 10% faster. Increase speed of recoup effects 20%. Increase speed of recoup effects. Okay. This is basically the Chronomancer thing, right? Can you side-by-side passive trees for a comparison? I can try, yeah. How does that work? Like that, right? And then... I mean... Can I hide this? Can I hide this part here? So... Oh, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Change them around? Yeah, true. Oh no. Oh no. And then we do it like this. Huh? Looking like grandpa using a computer? What do you mean? Nice. There we go. This kind of works, right? This is the strangest way of adjusting windows I've seen in my life. Okay. Use the snapping on top of the screen. Too late now. I did it. I did it without your help. Win plus left arrow key for pop and win right key for browser. That's what I did though. Basically. Isn't that kind of what I did? Just manually? Your guide shows ascendancy for Abyssal Lich. What points do we take for second ascendancy before we get Abyssal? The same one. The Abyssal Lich has mostly the same nodes as the normal Lich. Alright. This is gonna be tough. So, Wild Surge. Nothing changed here. Let me know if you guys see any changes. What is this? Wait. We're here, then we're here. This is a dual socket. And then... the exposure circles changed? What? No. It's just, it looks differently here. Storm charged. Oh yeah, storm charged is bad now, right? So before we had 40% increased elemental damage if you dealt a critical hit recently. 15% increased critical hit chance. Honestly, one of the best nodes on the whole tree, I would say. Was Fob cooking with that BM vid? No. That has been a thing for like ages. Quick response is dead. So Storm Charged is now damage penetrates 8% of any of enemy elemental resistances, 5% increased attack and cast speed with elemental skills. Soul Bloom. Soul Bloom. Oh, yeah. 15% instead of 20%. What do you mean? What? 5% less. New connection, top right over first jewel slot. Oh yeah, what is this? Oh, good catch. Recovery rate to faster start. Yeah. Faster start, recovery rate. Yeah, I think that's fine. What do we have here? We have this one. Puppet Master. %30% chance of surpassing chance to gain a Puppet Master stack whenever you use a command skill. Is that the talisman unique? Minions? Yeah, it's 100%. It's minions, right? Okay, this is not new. Puppet Master is something new, I believe. Yeah, it must be. It must be. This is gonna be an exciting stream of me just trying to look for stuff that is new on here. Where's the other recoup cluster they talked about? New jewel? Archon changed again? Powerful casting. This one. At the very top, at Black Flame Covenant, there's a new cluster. Black Flame? No. Oh, wait. You're right. This is new. This is new. Right? Or is this just changed? Or is this these ones? Oh yeah, these are Archon changes here. So, immune to bleeding while affected by an Archon buff. I don't know if we had that. %15% chance of gaining Archon of Undeath. That's the one. Oh, it's definitely a minion skill then. Archon of Undeath, 100% minion. Then. That's confirmed. That confirms it. That confirms it because 15% chance of gaining Archon of Undeath when you use a command skill. That's 100% a minion Archon then. I was kind of hoping that that might be either a physical spellcaster or a chaos spellcaster Archon. That's unfortunate. It's minions. I think Gazi has dirt on GGG employees, I think. By the amount of minion buffs here. Undeath is legit minions, yeah. A man can hope, okay? Nothing else it can be. Stop with your logic. What's the difference between Plant Lich and Oracle build? It's two different ascendancies. One is a Lich and one is an Oracle. Watch my video. Exclamation mark leak starter. Watch my video. I explained a lot in there. Check calibration. It's gone. So, is it bad, by the way, that I know immediately which node you're talking about, and I, like, on all of the passive tree, that I immediately know where to go for when you just say the name? Oh my god. It's actually dead. Wait, it's not just nerfed, it's gone. It's dead. Also, Storm Charged is no more connection to the jewel slot. True. True. Also, good catch. What's dead? Just got back? Calibration. Calibration. One of the best energy sealed mana stacking nodes in general. You, even if you're not mana stacking, you take this node and it's gone. It's not even just nerfed. It turned into Cornel of the Haunted, which is 50% of armor applies to elemental damage and fastest start to energy shield recharge. Huh? That's... Oh wait, and what is this? Austerity measures is also gone. No one cares about that though, because austerity measures was not really taken anyway. It turned into Morgana, the Storm Seer. 8% of armor also applies to elemental damage. 10% fastest start of energy shield recharge. You cannot be electrocuted. 50% reduced effect of shock on you. Yeah, no one is gonna take that. No one is gonna take that. Cannot be electrocuted. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Someone said there's a new cluster somewhere. Let's just we will find new stuff here. I'll just pull it up like this. I'll just pull it up like this, and you guys tell me when you see new stuff. The jewel link is gone, yeah. Top left, okay. Yeah, this is just a new added icon. Can you check life recoup nodes? Yeah, this is recoup here. This is a new recoup. And then there should be another one. On the hard tissue node. Oh, this hard tissue. No, hard. Where's hard tissue again? Oh. 8% damage of taking recoup this life. Regenerate. Wait, it's... Where is it? There's now the Lone Warrior. Aura skills have 13% increased magnitudes. They move slightly up. Ah, there we go. Hard tissue has also increased speed of recoup effects. Yeah, recoup is just gonna be very good this patch, I think. We might go into demon form really, really quick. I really want to do a demon form build now. It seems like they gave us recoup instead of leech now. I don't see anything new here. In your mobilytics guide, you don't use accelerated growth on threshing vines because we have it on entangle. You don't need it on threshing vines if we have it on entangle already. Check warding flash cluster. Warding flash. Where is that? Am I blind? Huh? Oh. Wait, you have the differences highlighted? Oh no, GitHub. What do I need to do here? I never know what to do on GitHub. What do I do here? Just download. How do I... Ah, there we go. Oh my god. What an absolute giga chat. What? Last start, Ascendancy, Keystones, Notable, Masteries. New, okay, so the highlights are... I love the internet. Yeah, same. Okay, let me move my camera real quick. So the highlights are... The pink ones are new in 0.5. The green ones are changed. And then Druid and Oracle exclusive. So we need to look for pink and green, okay? I'm gonna link the GitHub again for you guys to also use that. To whoever did this, you're a fucking god. Holy shit. This is insane. So, it's a little bit laggy, but that's to be like, that's insane. That's insane. That's so good. So rapid recharge. Wait, it even says what it had before. Are you crazy? That is insane. How did you do that? Dude, I love people being able to code. You guys are the backbone of our society. What the fuck? All right. I think I might do a YouTube video out of this. So I'm gonna go into YouTube mode, okay? We're gonna go into YouTube mode. Say hi, YouTube. I think I don't know. Okay. Do I my Good morning. We have the new passive tree. Oh, we have a Yo, thank you for the £2 super chat. Thank you. That's a long thing. All right. Good morning. Hi, YouTube. We have the new passive tree, and there's an amazing person in my chat who made this thing here, the passive tree, where everything is highlighted that is going to be changed. So, yo, Def Jam, thank you. Everything that is green is changed in 0.4 to 0.5. So everything that is green is stuff that... Okay, are we doing this on purpose now for the YouTube video? I will turn off real quick for just this video, okay? Make sure to Trinka shoutout. Yeah, I will in the video as well. I will in the video. Trinka is his name. All right, I will turn off for now, okay? Hello. Good morning. Hi, YouTube. We have the new passive tree, and the absolute giga chat in my chat named Trinka made this. And on this passive tree here, we can see, first of all, the green stuff is the stuff that was changed from 0.4 to 0.5. So everything that you see on this passive tree that is green stayed the same, basically. The clusters stayed the same, but it changed the numbers, or what it does changed from 0.4 to 0.5. Everything that is pink on this tree here is completely new in 0.5. I'm going to link Trinka's stuff in the description here, and let's check out the passive tree a little bit. So a bunch of stuff that we already knew, of course, due to the patch notes, is a lot of the green stuff here is a lot of the, especially at the beginning, is ES recharge stuff, right? So we can see here, rapid recharge now is 12% increased energy shield recharge rate instead of 25 before. We have essence infusion, for example. This is now 12% faster start to energy shield recharge and 12 intelligence. And before it was 40%. So before it was 40% faster start of energy shield recharge and 10 intelligence. And now we have only 12%. And also the small nodes also changed from 15 to 6. So just in the energy shield recharge department, this is a very, very big nerf. This is definitely a very, very big nerf, especially in this starting area. I do think that overall that energy shield is still going to be fine, right? I think we all can agree that energy shield is still most likely going to be fine as a defensive layer. But this is a nerf that was expected, and a nerf that just comes in very hard now. For example, Soul Bloom here as well, we have 15% start of energy shield recharge now. This before was 20% energy shield recovery rate, which was a very, very massive stat before. And now, instead of 20% recovery rate, we have 50% faster start of energy shield recharge. Yo, Chad, where can I see the passive tree? I think people are linking it the whole time, right? Yeah, there we go. So the passive tree and this thing is also gonna be linked down below. Okay, so that is all the energy shield stuff in the beginning of the sorceress and witch start right here. We should have some more that changed a little bit here. Loki, why are you? Loki is being a little bit clingy right now. So we also have refocus. Refocus used to be 30% energy shield recharge rate and 20% increased mana regeneration rate. And now, refocus is only mana regeneration rate. It's only mana regeneration right now, which is kind of crazy. So we completely lost refocus here. It's completely gone. That's crazy. While stationary. Yeah, it's 20% increased and then 20% more while stationary. So that is completely gone. We have a slight change here as well with elemental damage and energy shield delay. So this one was cold damage and energy shield recharge rate before, and this also got halved. So once again, energy shield recharge very heavily nerfed right here. I'm trying to see if we have more. Yes, we have more. So also in the energy shield department, we have patient barrier. This was 60% before. Now it is 50%. That is also nerfed. What is Eldritch Barrier? Did they mention that in the patch notes? The wordings changed here. Before it said convert all energy shield to mana, and now it says doubles. Now it says convert 100% of maximum energy shield to maximum mana. Is that a change or is that just a wording change? I'm not sure. We also have Energizing Icon. Once again, energy shield recharge nerf. Then we have Convalescence. Convalescing was also a cluster that I would say anyone, even if you're just in softcore, most people that were using energy shield were using that cluster, right? So before, this was 15% reduced energy shield recharge rate, but you got 40% faster start of energy shield recharge. This was a very heavily picked cluster for anyone that wanted energy shield, right? And now it is 10% reduced energy shield recharge rate, and it now only has 20% faster start of energy shield recharge. So we went from 15 to 10 in the reduced, but the fastest start to energy shield recharge percentage got halved as well. That's also kind of massive. So, is there more energy shield stuff here? Let's see. I think most likely, where's quick response? Wait, quick response is gone? Okay, that's interesting. That is, let's just say interesting. Quick response is just gone. Quick response is just completely gone, that's kind of rough. Gain deflection rating equal to 10% of evasion rating, 8% faster start of energy shield recharge, 50% increased mana cost efficiency. And before, we had 20% faster start of energy shield recharge and 30% faster start of energy shield recharge when not low life. That is probably the biggest nerf to Lich, I would say. That's probably the biggest nerf to the build, even though I still think that the build is mostly gonna be completely fine. Energy shield was just way too busted before, especially comparing it to other defensive layers. And even as an energy shield enjoyer, I'm kind of looking forward to having other defensive layers now be at the forefront a little bit. So even though I think that it's gonna be fine, it's still it's definitely still a big nerf for sure. So I think that should be it for energy shield, most of it. Oh no, wait. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. Dependable ward was 25% increased energy shield recharge rate and 25% faster start of energy shield recharge. And now it's 8% chaos resistance and 12% faster start of energy shield recharge. Whoops. I mean, chaos res though. I'm probably gonna pick this. I'm probably gonna pick this. On the build. So that is also changed. And let's look for more victims of the energy shield nerf. What do we have here? Energizing Archon. I said that one. This was probably also nerfed. Shadow Dancing. This is the ES evasion node. This had 30% increased evasion rating if you have been hit recently. 60% faster start of energy shield recharge if you've been stunned recently. And they adjusted that down to both 40%. Also, just a slight energy shield recharge nerf. What I will say is, and what's probably super, super important to mention as well in this is, energy shield didn't really get hit in the amount department, right? So the amount of energy shield that we can get in the upcoming patch is most likely still going to be about the same. But what did get nerfed heavily is the amount of recovery, first of all, that you can get, and how fast the energy shield recharge is going to start up. So what I will say is, what I will note here is that one skill is going to get even more important here. And that is, where is it? Where's my spirit gems? And that is Convalescence. Convalescence is going to be, Loki is pressing my keyboard buttons. Convalescence is going to be even more important in the upcoming update. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't nerf this as well, because this is definitely going to be for any ES build, and especially if you have high ES, this is going to be pretty much required to use. The cooldown of this is 30 seconds, but you can get this down to very, very low. We're gonna see. We need to see the actual numbers in the end, but you can get this cooldown down to very, very, very low. I don't know. I have it on my other endgame character. Maybe if we go into the Plant Lich endgame character, where I didn't really go into a lot of cooldown reduction. But what's the cooldown here? On Convalescence. I don't even have it equipped. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be very, very required to use Convalescence status for sure. So, what do we have here? Energizing Deflection. We have 30% increased energy shield recharge rate before and 5% increased deflection rating. And now it is 12% faster start of energy shield recharge and 6% deflection rating. So, once again, same vein. Most of these changes here, honestly, all the green stuff on this passive tree is mostly energy shield based. So people were asking for the energy shield nerfs, and we got them. We got them. So, one other big thing, very big thing here, is also Subterfuge Mask. For anyone, for any monks, for any Amazons, for any rangers, anyone that played anyone that played Energy Shield Evasion Rating, this was a required note to take. You got a big Energy Shield helmet, and then you just took Subterfuge Mask, and you basically just got an Evasion Rating for free. It got halved. It got halved. You got 2 Evasion Rating per 1 Energy Shield before on your helmet, and now it's 1. Cut in half. And I can see the all 7s already in chat. Yeah, Subterfuge Mask. I'm not sure about the math, and depending on what builds you're playing, I am not sure if people are gonna pick that now. Because that is a pretty, it's only 3 notes, and if you're taking this highway here, I'm gonna assume that you still take it, because it's still basically just a net bonus just on top of your Energy Shield helmet if you're using that hybrid archetype. So yeah, I'm not sure if people are still going to use it. You're probably still going to use it if you are already on this highway. Before, in 0.4 and in 0.3 and all the patches before, most of the time, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, it was anointed, right? A lot of the time, if you weren't in this area of the passive tree, you just anoint Subterfuge Mask, right? So, I'm not sure people are going to do that again with this, because the pathing there is not ideal, yeah. Alright, what else do we have? Trusted Kinship. Oh, are we gonna go into the companion stuff? This seems like it's gonna be companion stuff. Let's stay on this side of the tree for now. This was basically everything that we had here for the changes. Let's look for the new stuff now in this part of the tree. So everything that is pink here on this passive tree is new. So let's start here. This is basically, sorry, I can't. It's a little bit laggy. This is basically the Chronomancer stuff. The Chronomancer stuff that we got on the passive tree here. They said that in the announcement. The Chronomancer lost his ability to do the recoup stuff on the Ascendancy tree, and now we have recoup on the tree. Did you look at the Chaos Archon? Are you talking about the Chaos? Which Archon are you talking about? This is Archon of Undeath, right? This is Archon of Undeath. This is for minions. So, recoup. This is a new recoup cluster that we got now in 0.5. Very nice. What do we have here? We have Puppet Master chance. I'm not sure what Puppet Master is, to be honest. Does anyone in chat already know what Puppet Master is? Because we have 2 new clusters on the passive tree that say increased chance, increased stacks of Puppet Master. It sounds minion stuff. It seems like puppet. It seems like minion stuff, right? Pink is new, green is updated. Yes, that's what I said. Thank you. I only found this on PoE2DB for Feeding Frenzy. Okay. Yeah, we have 2 new clusters that have chance to gain a Puppet Master stack. No idea what that is. No idea what that is. Master of Puppets? Yeah, maybe. Maybe they're just Metallica fans. Alright, what else is new? Oh, yeah. This is a big one. Once again for Energy Shield, by the way. This one is a big one. So, on this part of the passive tree here, there used to be a node called Calibration. And Calibration gave you 30% increased maximum energy shield and 4% increased mana, with 10% increased maximum energy shield and mana rec on the way there. It is gone. It is gone. It now turned into Funnel of the Hunted, which is now 50% of armor applies to elemental damage and 5% faster start of energy shield recharge. That is rough. And then, instead of austerity measures, which was not really something that was picked anyway, we get Morgana, the Stormseer. I think we're in the League of Legends arc here or something. 8% of armor also applies to elemental damage, 10% faster start of energy shield recharge. You cannot be electrocuted. And 50% reduced effect of shock. So, Calibration gone. We get Colonel of the Hunted, whatever that is. So there's a new one here. Left ventricle, increased effect of recoup effects. We get some more recoup here. And then we have a bunch of new nodes on the tree here in the druid section. By the way, the blue ones are just the oracle nodes, so we're not gonna go over those. Those are unchanged. These are just the blue ones are just the oracle nodes. So this one is new in 0.5 as well. This is Vol's protection. 50% of armor applies also to elemental damage. 10% faster start of energy shield recharge. Increase block chance. Gain 10 energy shield when you block and recover 10 life when you block. Okay. Is armor energy shield maybe good now? For Templar? Yeah, this is gonna be the Templar style. So armor, energy shield, Templar, I think, might be something in the future. Might be a world where we only go max ES and then cooldown recovery to play with Convalescence. Yeah, I think so. This is interesting. I do like the whole armor, energy shield approach. Maybe if they keep buffing armor and energy shield, it might actually be playable in like 1.7 or something. So Bolt's Protector. Then we also have Cyril of Tar's Light. 10% armor also applies to elemental damage, so they added a lot of nodes on the passive tree here for armor applies to elemental damage. What this is especially good for, and I think why this is a good approach to buffing armor and energy shield, is because before, when you were using armor and energy shield, you had to give up a suffix on basically every single item piece of yours to get armor applies to elemental damage. Otherwise, your armor didn't really do anything. So getting that on the passive tree might actually be incredible for armor energy shield. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough to make armor and energy shield good in the upcoming patch. I still think that just stacking massive amounts of energy shield is still going to be the way. But we'll see. So Cyril of Tar's Light. This also sounds like a Templar node, right? Doesn't this sound super Templar? Like Vol's Protector we already have, but this sounds so like Templar. 10% of armor applies to elemental damage, 10% faster start of energy shield recharge, light radius, accuracy rating, and area of effect. Okay. Interesting. The cluster is a cross. Dad, very nice. Very nice, Battle Cookie. Let's go. Good catch. So, next one that is new is Dominus Providence. Once again, 8% of armor also applies to elemental damage. 12% faster start of energy shield recharge and reduced armor break taken. Okay. Next one, also same vein, Bataillers Storm. 12% of armor also applies to elemental damage. 8% faster start of energy shield recharge. Archon recovery period expires 10% faster and 10% increased effect of Archon buffs. Wait, why? When would a Templar or a Druid would they use Archon? They really want to make Archon work, right? Okay, interesting. Interesting. That is new stuff on the Druid side. And then we have Unbreakable as a new one for the Warrior side. 15% increased armor, 50% reduced armor break taken, and 10% increased slowing potency debuffs. Okay. Alright. Let's go out a little bit. So that was the Druid side here. We also have some slight changes on the Druid side. Probably... Oh, Craving Slaughter got nerfed. Craving Slaughter had 8 maximum range. If you use the skill that requires glory, it is now 6. We also have changes to Wide Barrier. That was 30% block chance. And is now reduced armor and 30% block chance. Ah, it was reduced defenses and is now reduced armor. Okay. Fortified Aegis. 100% increased armor, evasion rating, and energy shield from equipped shield. Ooh, wait, that was adamant recovery before. And then we have... Ah, okay, they just switched places here a little bit. So we still have that. Shelter from the rain. Energy Shield Recharge, nerf. Raving Slaughter I already saw. Commanding Rage. Yeah, it seems like... Oh, no, this is buffed. This is buffed. Every Rage also grants 2% increased minion attack speed. It was 1 before. Once again, minion buffs. There's so many minion buffs in this patch. What's happening? Do they want us to play minions? Okay, one of the biggest nerf. Every 5 rage. Okay, that's the nerf. Okay, I can't read. Alright. One of the biggest nerfs on this whole tree, by the way. One of the biggest nerfs on this whole tree, in my opinion, is Storm Charged. Storm Charged for any elemental crit-based spellcaster was one of the best nodes you could ever take on the tree here. One of the best nodes you could take. And Storm Charge was 40% increased elemental damage if you've dealt a critical hit recently, and 50% increased critical hit chance. It's completely dead now. It is damage penetrates any elemental resistances, and 5% increased attack and cast speed for elemental skills. Storm Charged is another absolute 07. Like, that is rough. Okay, so this is a little bit laggy. Don't hate me. This looks... Okay, so Eldritch Battery, the wording changed a little bit. Once again, we have all the energy shield stuff here. And then we have the monk side here, the monk and shadow side. Mystic Stance, of course, nerfed because there was 30% faster energy shield recharge. That is nerfed. We also have Shimmering, probably nerfed. Yeah, Shimmering also nerfed. And then we have this new cluster right here. And we have this cluster right here, and also the crit nodes here. These crit nodes are also, like, Deadly Force was taken basically everywhere, right? This was 20%, 25% increased damage if you dealt a critical hit in the past 8 seconds, and 10% increased critical hit chance. And it's now 50% and 15%. That's a slight nerf. Slight nerf. I don't think it's too bad. Not too bad. Oh, this was critical hit chance, and it's now increased critical hit chance if you dealt a critical... Okay, these nerfs. These small nodes got pretty heavily nerfed. The small ones. Halved. Basically halved. Yeah. What do you have here? Shadow Palm, stun build up in days, critical damage bonus now. Okay, what is this cluster? First teachings of the Keeper. 5% chaos resistance and 5% fire resistance. Gain deflection rating equal to 8% of evasion rating and 10% faster start of energy shield recharge. We also have the Hollow Keeper. 50% reduced effect of curses on you. Non-damaging ailments. And then we have first principle of the Hollow. 20% increased evasion rating, 20% increased maximum energy shield, 5 cold res, and 5 lightning res. That seems like a very good defensive cluster here. Right? This is 10 Ores? Just 10 Ores? And then deflection rating? Energy shield recharge, 20% increased evasion rating, and energy shield. That's an amazing defensive cluster here. In my opinion. That's a really good cluster. And it's connected to both sides here. It is connected from the middle here. And it's connected on the outside. So that's also a very, very big thing here. Because if it was only connected in here, you might not get it. But it's connected on both sides. And you can even use this maybe as a connection or whatever. Oh, we drop Lich. What? ES and EV and deflection in one node with the resistances. Yeah, it's really good. That is really good. Bro, jump to conclusion. Yeah. Yeah, this is just how people operate now. Like, so everything is dead? There's no nuance anymore. Okay, reaching strike. +2 melee strike range turned into plus 0.2 meters to melee strike range. Meters? Not inches or miles? What the fuck is a meter? It's a wording change. I know. I'm memeing. All right, we have once again deflection buff. So evasion, deflection, overall buffed. Trusted kinship, we already had these changes in the nodes, so nothing on that. And now we go into, I think, more evasion nodes right here. So we have a bunch of changes on this side of the tree. We have deflection, once again buffed on the little nodes here, on the small nodes. Then we have the Cunning Fox. Oh, they removed the Cunning Fox and changed it. The Cunning Fox was a really, really good node before. 5% quality of all skills. It's gone. It's 20% increased deflection rating while moving now. Yeah, Cunning Fox. All 7, once again. This was... Yeah, now it's deflection rating while moving. Yeah, it was in the notes, yeah. I just... There was a lot of stuff in the notes, so I might have forgot. Once again, all these small passive nodes get buffs on the deflection rating. Adaptable Assault, that's just a wording change once again. Alright, we also have stuff like Strong Chin. Gets more armor and evasion rating. These nodes right here will probably be a lot of buffs to armor and evasion rating. Gonna be a lot. Fortifying Blood. Turned into increased amount of life leached and 40% increased armor and evasion rating while leeching. Okay, interesting. And then we also have a few completely new nodes here because I am kind of waiting for all the companion nodes that they talked about. So hopefully all of these will be companion nodes here, right? Bond of the Viper. This is the first companion node that is completely new. 16% increased skill effect duration and companions have a 40% chance to poison on hit. Okay. Okay. Companion Mastery. What is that? And then we also have Bond of the Cat. Companions have 20% increased movement speed, 5% reduced movement speed penalty from using skills while moving. Okay. I'm not seeing the companion nodes that will make companions viable now. I'm not seeing it. I'm not really seeing it so far, but let's get surprised here. Bond of the Ape is 12% increased area of effect, and companions have 30% increased area of effect. Okay. Increased area damage and companions have 10% increased area of effect are the small nodes right here. The small nodes on this one is increased attack damage and companions gain 4% damage as extra chaos damage. That's not bad. That's not bad. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 12. Yeah, these are good. This is good here. And then Companion Mastery, in the end, we don't know what that is. That's 12% extra as chaos. And another 12 here. Yeah, that's quite good. That's quite nice. That's a lot of extra damage for companions. Alright, and then we have another bond. Bond of the Wolf. 6% increased attack speed, and companions have 50% to gain onslaught on kill. Okay. And then the small nodes are companions have increased attack speed. Interesting. Okay, now it's getting better now. It's getting better now with the companion nodes. Bond of the Owl is the next companion node. Gains 6% of damage as extra cold damage, and companions gain 12% damage as extra cold damage, with the small nodes being increased attack damage, and companions gain 4% damage as extra cold damage. Okay. Okay, more companion stuff. We also have a new cluster right. We also have a new cluster right here. What is this cluster? This is Path of the Renegade. 8% chaos resistant. Armor applies to chaos damage. That's fine. Okay. We have 3% movement speed with cold resistance. Armor applies to cold damage. And then fire resistance also applies to fire damage. And we have increased attack speed with lightning resistance and also to lightning damage. Pretty good for the armor evasion types, right? It's pretty good. We get some good clusters on anything that is an energy shield, basically, right? So they did mean it. They did actually buff the defensive layers. Look at that IRL companion build. Yeah. This companion has no damage though. He only has cuddles. This is an only cuddle companion, okay? Alright. So, once again, defensive cluster. Here we have brush off. This was prevent damage from deflected critical hits, and it now also gets increased armor. Socket in, cast on cuddle, yeah. Holy chonker. Okay, you're fat shaming my cats. Okay, thank you. It's not nice. That is not nice. Alright, did I miss anything? We didn't, right? We didn't miss anything major here. So, next part, we're going closer. There's suspiciously no stuff in the warrior tree, I have to say. There's not really a lot of stuff in the warrior tree here. But we have new and changed clusters here as well. So, Valpact, we already know that is changed. We already also know that, for example, fast metabolism and Goring is gone basically now because Leech is heavily nerfed and changed. And then we also have Bloodthirsty, which was amount of life leech before, and leech life faster. And now it's 20% damage while leeching, increased attack speed while leeching, and increased armor and evasion rating while leeching. Okay. Then we have Defiance, that is just armor evasion buff, backup plan, armor and evasion, and then we have a completely new cluster here as well. Let me guess, it's going to be armor and evasion rating based. So this first one is Knight of Izaru. It is 12% armor, also applies to elemental damage, gain deflection rating equal to 10% of evasion rating. Banner skills have 15% increased aura magnitudes. Okay. And then also armor applies to elemental damage, 30% increased presence area of effect, and glory generation, okay? And deflection rating equal to 12% of evasion rating, increased block chance, and increased parried debuff magnitude. Okay, just a new cluster once again for armor evasion as a defensive. Yeah, that is the duelist, and duelist might actually be cool then. I can imagine like a duelist build with armor and evasion rating and based on full leech, you know? I can imagine that. Seems like that could be cool. And the small notes are armor applies to elemental damage and gain deflection. That's actually huge. If you pick up this whole cluster, the defenses are gonna be massive. You apply a lot of armor to elemental damage, you get a lot of deflection rating based on evasion. It's a lot of nodes, yeah. Cluster. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. English is not my first language. Cluster. Is that better? Voracious. Leech is instant. Nope. That is gone. Backup plan. And now warrior. There's nothing. Except for unbreakable, which we already saw. Warrior didn't really get anything. Still proof got changed. That's it. That's it. There's no other changes, really, on the warrior side. Okay. Alright, chat. Did we miss anything? Point out something that is big to you, but we did miss it. Did we miss something on this passive tree? On the new passive tree for 0.5? What about the spell totem? Is it changed like we know? Yep. Yep. Where is it? Where's that node again? Ancestral Bond. Your totem limit is doubled, no cost or charges requiring for placing totems, and totem reserves 75 spirit east. Each. Companion clusters, masteries. We went over all the companion. We went over all the companion nodes. Everything that got changed, everything that's new. Yeah, I think we got everything. There's Puppet Master, yeah. We don't know what Puppet Master is. So, like, overall, I would say to, like, TLDR this passive tree changes is main nerfs to Energy Shield Recharge and start of Energy Shield Recharge. We have a bunch of buffs to all the other defensive layers, like Evasion Rating. Energy Shield Evasion Rating, I would not say is a buff, because the Energy Shield nerf is gonna affect the Energy Shield Evasion Rating archetype as well. We have a bunch of buffs to Armor and Energy Shield. We have a bunch of buffs to Armor and Evasion Rating, and Deflection Rating, and all of that. That is like the defensive layer nerfs. Then we get a bunch of new companion nodes, which I'm gonna have to wait and see if those are gonna be good enough to make companions like an actual build, in my opinion, because I don't quite see it yet, but I will happy to be proven wrong on that. So we'll see if these companion nodes are gonna be enough. Also, 07 Dedge to Subterfuge Mask, 07 Dedge to Calibration, and a bunch of others. So there were some casualties here. And also, a bunch of new nodes on here for the Oracle, for the Druid and Templar side, eventually, Armor and Energy Shield. Yeah, that's it. Honestly, not too many changes, like overall. The passive tree from 0.3 to 0.4 changed a lot more. Eldritch Battery changed text, that's just a wording change. So, yeah. That is the new passive tree that we have for 0.5. That is the new passive tree. Check Ascendancy changes on the right. Oh! But the Ascendancy changes were in the patch notes. In the patch notes. Everything in Ascendancy changes was in the patch notes. Those are in patch notes. There's a Chalupa secret node. What? Okay. Hidden Ascendancy? Hidden Ascendancy? Alert, alert. Alright. Yeah. I think overall, I think Energy Shield is fine. This is it, no?
You know, like you're like, okay, here's an Ascendancy class, but look, there's a hidden node, and if you do this quest line, then you like commune with the Dreamer, and then like the it unlocks this modifies the class like slightly, so it's got this extra node in it, and just stuff like that. There's just lots of things like that.
Yeah, that's it. Nice. All right. That's the passive tree. Let's go. We got it. We got it. I will be right back. And then let's see what we do. I will be right back. Oh, I'm muted. I'm muted. What do we do now? What do we do now? New hideout? Oh my god, everything is ruined. My whole, everything is ruined. Where's my maps? I never cleaned up my standard dash tabs. There's Elon's maps, okay. I never cleaned this up. Do plants willing assault. Whip those wines, okay. That's what I'm doing right now, it's a mess, yeah. What do we do now? I'm probably just gonna do with a like short stream today and update my build guides and make like 1 or 2 new videos for the ED Contagion build and maybe the Oracle build. Fireball Gemling leveling. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go into a ED Contagion run to refresh my memory on what we take there. To update the ED Contagion build guide. But I don't know how exciting of content that is. League Star tier list. I'm actually gonna do that tomorrow with Lance. Me and Lance tomorrow we're gonna do a League Starter list. Not necessarily a tier list, but just like proven good League Starters that people can consider using. With like upsides and downsides. We're gonna do that tomorrow together with Lance. How much damage do you lose running Oracle versus Abyssal Lich? Hard to say. The numbers. It entirely depends on gear and everything, so... Lance is all I want to do right now? Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean... Feels good to play, I will say that. It's pretty good. Anything changing for the restart, and is Lich still better than Oracle? In my opinion, you're asking my opinion, and yes, my opinion is yes. Already read the patch notes? Yep. Already did. I should add a headhunter onto this. This is like the poor gear on this. I should add a rite of passage and a headhunter onto this build to make it crazy, to see the full potential. I'm just sleeping. In your humble opinion, my good sir, did we survive the passive changes for the plant lich? Yeah. Yeah, like, we knew all of that. The information that we got today on the passive tree for Energy Shield, that was not new information. We knew that Energy Shield recharge is gonna get nerfed. But I do think, out of all the Energy Shield archetypes, I think Lich is the most fine, because Lich also has damage reduction, right? So... that's why I think Lich is much better. And we have damage reduction on the Lich. I don't know what's up with Loki today. I don't know if he's like hungry even though he just ate, or if he's just like extra needy today. I don't know. I think the Lich is especially fine because Lich has damage reduction and we have convalescence still. So we're gonna be fine. He wants love? I don't think so. I think he wants to eat again. I think I just gave him food and I think he just wants to eat again. Missed opportunity to name your cat Elon. No, I would never do that to my cat. I'm good. He needs better food? Oh, they get the best food. They get better food than I do. Okay. Lich can now have up to 45% damage reduction when below half ES. Wait. List of unique mods that can be stolen from. What is this? Wait. What is this? Body armors. Black braid. Recover 5% maximum life for endurance charge. Bristle boar. Is this all of them? Oh, we can go through this. These are the extractable ones. Alright. 10% increased movement speed when on full life. 100% increased evasion rating when on full life. Okay, Fogshade. You can extract now. You can also get the trample toe effect. Are you serious? Okay, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through this. So, where is this from? Why is this confirmed? Can be stolen as well, such as quill, rain speed. We can... How do we know this is gonna get stolen? This can be stolen? New items. Ah, okay, this is where it's from. Ah, he explains it in the text, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, Legacy of Lifesprig. Is there should be a Serious Disdain in here as well, right? No? No? The fuck? I thought you can upgrade at Serious Disdain. I'm pretty sure you can upgrade at Serious Disdain, right? Why? At Serious Val. Can you not upgrade that? Can you not upgrade non-Kalgurin uniques? So you can only upgrade Kalgurin uniques, the low-level ones. Okay, okay. So, extraction of uniques. We have a bunch of new uniques basically because this will be the upgraded uniques, and also we can extract the power with the, what was it called again? It was Oroth's Legacy or something, the rune? Oroth. Where is it? Extracted, not upgraded. No, there's also upgraded uniques, but the extraction is the one. Upgraded, you can all. Okay. So, and then there's a list of uniques where we can extract the power and put it into a rune and put it onto our... and put it into our gear, right? So, let's see what these can be. This list is not full. Yeah, this is not going to be full. This is not going to be 100%. There might be more, there might be less. But this is a good theory craft. A nerfed version in most cases, yeah. I also would assume that you don't get the full power. I would assume that in most cases, once you extract the power and put it onto a rune, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a smaller version of that, right? Most likely. So, okay, Bramblejack. Nothing really special here. Black Braid. 100 to 150% of armor also applies to elemental damage. This is actually kind of crazy. This is actually kind of crazy. If you put that onto one rune, to have that as an effect, as a defensive layer for armor, that is crazy. Is it that much though? It's like four other slots, right? It's like 4 other slots. Alright, Eden's Tusks. Also not really anything crazy here. Kingsguard. Also not really anything crazy. There's gonna be a lot of duds here. Bristleboar. 50% reduced evasion rating. Gain 5 rage when hit by an enemy. Gain 10 rage when you critically hit by an enemy. Yeah, no. Fogshade. Fogshade is kind of interesting because you get 100% increased evasion rating and 10% increased movement speed while on full life. This could be interesting for like a zoomer build. Like you just zoom everywhere. 10% extra movement speed. That could be nice. That could be cool. Ash Rend cannot be ignited. This could be interesting for... No, I was thinking like this could be interesting for demon form, the self-ignite. But if you can't self-ignite, it doesn't work, right? So, never mind. Iron Grasp. You get Iron Grip and Iron Will. Let's remind ourselves what that is. So Iron Grip. And Iron Grip is gain no inherent bonuses from strength, but you get 1% increased projectile attack damage per 2 strength. That's very interesting. That's interesting. And then we have Iron Will, which is spell damage per 2 strength. That's very interesting. So you can double dip if you have a spell. If you, let's say you're strength stacking. Let's say you're strength stacking, right? For some reason. You're strength stacking. And then you use a spell that is also a... Oh no, it was projectile attack damage, right? It was projectile attack damage, right? Never mind. Crown of Ice. Oh, I can see something. Yeah, Crown of Ice, projectile, spell damage. There's something here. This is going to be very interesting, I think, to extract this one. This is going to be very interesting, this one. All right. The Unleashed. And now we are in my favorite part about this one. Because people were asking, oh my god, the energy shield nerfs. Isn't the Lich hit? Look at this one. 100% increased spell damage. 17% of damage taken from hits bypasses energy shield. If energy shield is below half. Okay, wait, no. You guys didn't tell me about this thing. If energy shield is below half. I don't know about that one. It's still, it's cool, but let's see. That's interesting. That's interesting. It could be, this could be very good for Lich. This could be cool for Lich. Check Keeper of the Ark. We're checking all of them. Helmets. Horns of Binden gain 1 rage on melee hit, and every rage also grants 1% armor. Okay. Wings of Kalen gain 1 rage on melee hit, and every rage also grants stun threshold. Not really anything. Azure-Might Peak. 10 to 20% increased area of effect. Unwavering stance. Yeah, no, thank you. I don't think anyone wants to extract that. Dade Bell. Warcry speed. Warcries explode corpses, dealing 10% of their life as physical damage. Warcry skills have 20% to 30% increased area of effect. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Or, I don't know, Warcry builds. Charms gain 0.5 charges per second, and the charm slot, that's not gonna happen. Starconia's head is 150% increased global evasion rating when on low life. 15% of damage from hits is taken from your damageable companion life before you. Crown of Thorns, lose 5 life when you use a skill, and you get Pain Attunement. True. I mean, would this work with Eternal Life, though? Probably not. Because it says lose life, but is this still lose life? Because they changed sacrifice life once. They saved a lot of notes to say sacrifice life. And with Eternal Life, anything that says sacrifice life does not work. Do you think plant leveling build is viable on Infernalist? Yes. Lose will not hurt, Pain Attunement will work, yeah. I mean, it's Pain Attunement. If we don't want to go on the passive tree to Pain Attunement, we can just get it there, I guess. Because this is... I mean, we still want to go here anyway, so... Grey Make, okay. Yeah, we will definitely not get that. The Smiling Knight, aggravated bleeding on targets, okay. The Vile Knight, deal 4% increased damage with hits to rare or unique enemies for each second they've been in your presence, up to a maximum of 200. Yeah. Could be interesting. How many seconds is that? 20, a bunch of seconds to get the 200. So, Keeper of the Ark. 15 to 25% increased mana regeneration. Oh, it's 50? Oh, damn. Alternating every 5 seconds, take 40% less damage taken from hits and take 40% less damage over time. Ooh. I mean, damage over time, yeah. Draconia's looking crazy. Yeah. So, gloves. North Paw. Base critical hit chance for your attack with weapon is 7%. Could be interesting. Raising your base critical hit is always good. Always kind of good. Right? And then we have Candlemaker, fire damage, reduce cold damage. Then we have Death Blow with Culling Strike. That's all the gloves. There's probably gonna be more. But I think the best one of the gloves here is definitely North Paw, because raising basic critical hit chance is pretty nice. Legion Stride on the boots. First one, physical damage taken from projectile attacks, 10% block chance. Nah, this is insane, by the way. This is absolutely fucking insane. If we actually are gonna be able to extract this modifier from Trample Toe, this is nuts. I don't think they're gonna let us do that, right? There's no way. Watch the extract value be like 5%? Yeah, I do expect that. 30% might be 10. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna stay at 30 because Trample Toe, I honestly think that if Trample Toe didn't have such low movement speed, I think every single build in the game would use Trample Toe for clear. Because why not? Why wouldn't you use Trample Toe if it had like the same movement speed that your other boots? So if we can actually extract this, even if it's like 10%, right? That's still amazing for clear. That is still amazing for clear. Even if it's like 10%, even 5% in my opinion. Do you think Twister Lich is better for campaign? No. Twister Lich is not good for campaign. But you do you. Yeah, this is kind of nice. This could be insane. I don't think they are gonna let us do that though. All right, Briar Patch, Thorns, no. Physical damage is pinning. That could be interesting. Wait, no, this is also very good for plants here. Physical damage is pinning. That's also really good to extract that. Because that is just... That basically makes us untouchable, right? We have Blasphemy with Temporal Chains. We have... Wow. What is pinning? It's basically... making monsters be unable to do anything. Basically freeze. Completely freeze. And they can't do anything for the duration of them being pinned. Wanderlust. Your speed is unaffected by slows. Also a nice one. Also a nice one to extract, to be honest. That's also a cool one. Because... Let's say you have a mapping character and you just want to go fast, not being slowed at any point. That is very QOL. It's Pathfinder. That's super nice. That's very, very nice. Just for like QOL. I have 2 early access keys for PoE2 to give away. Can we do it through your stream? Yes, of course. You can, Nemanyo, I would say do it on the Discord. I would say do it on the Discord if you want to give out the early access keys. You can do it on Discord, I would say, right? When there's keys to give away, so far we've mostly done it on Discord. All right, yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of interesting stuff here on the boots department. We have Trample Toe, maybe. We have Wanderlust, which is very interesting, which I'm saying a lot. And Bushwhack, also interesting. Once again, interesting. All right, shields. Intimidate enemies on block for 8 seconds. That's pretty nice. That's pretty good as a defensive player. Intimidate is really good. It's 10% less damage and we deal 10% more damage, right? That's nice. Turnoborgs gain 1% of damage as fire damage per 1% block chance. Also very good. Increased life generation rate. We have you take 50% of damage blocked from hits. 50% Dunkelhalt, okay. Rondel del Elzo, okay. Chance to block damage is lucky, okay. And now we have maces. Is Pop updated? Nope. Bryn Hands Moy causes double stun buildup. Okay. Trench Timber. Increased and reductions to minion attack speed will also affect you. This could be interesting. That could be nice. What is Puppet Master's chance? We don't know. We don't know. Oh, you can extract Mjolnir? Can you? I mean, this is not 100% confirmed, most of this, right? This is not all 100% confirmed, so. Anything else? Life Streak. It leeches 1% of maximum life when you cast a spell. Cassie was just smiling throughout the Q&A. Yep. Life Streak can be good for Blood Mage. Just to add some leech or something. You can, yeah, Legacy. Yeah, these are the extracts. And this is the list that was extracted from that. Right? These are the extracts. And then we have the list here. Wait, is there a Legacy of Adonia's Ego? Oh, what is that gonna be? What? The power charge line? Maximum power charges? The Aileres line? Three of all spells. Imagine you can extract the +3. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Huh? The copium levels here are very high. Like what? What is going to be extractable here? How do we extract things? There's a new... What is it called? Is it an alloy or whatever? There's a new crafting currency in 0.5 that lets you extract a unique power modifier. A unique modifier. It's a rune, yeah. Can only use one extract, yeah. So I'm not sure what it's gonna be on this one. That sounds crazy. So yeah. The person that made this post didn't even include the +3 all spells. Maybe it can be, maybe it is the all spells. Or maybe it's the cast speed, or... 1 extract per part. No, you can only use an Oroth, like, you can extract. You can use an extracted one only once. It's a rune, and that rune is limited to 1. So you can extract 1 unique power and use 1. Because it's a rune, and like runes like that are limited to 1. It's too OP to be able to extract the +3 level. A man can dream though, right? My understanding was that it's a random line from the item. Can we... Does someone have the timestamp? God. I hate these titles and thumbnails. They dropped a literal nuke. This PV2 situation is crazy. They dropped a literal nuke on us. We're all gonna die in 0.5 if we don't click on this video. Dude. PV2 0.5 announcement. This is gutted. Everything's nerfed. Dead. Ah. Didn't they show this in the... Someone have a timestamp? It was in the Q&A? Okay. It was in the Q&A? Oh god, shit. That was on Ziggy D's channel, right? How do we find that?
We just had...
How do we find that? Does someone have the transcript thing? Transcript, bottom of description. Show transcript. And then we use extract. I found it. I found it!
And Calgary and
on with that.
it's called Olroth.
That rune that's got to do with unique stuff is like also super bizarre. Like, okay, what's like? I don't even really understand that rune that's got to do with uniques. Like, what's going on with that?
It's called Olroth's Legacy, and it's a rune that you can place in Izomite and Calgurin uniques to destroy the unique, and it takes one of the mods off of it and creates a unique rune.
One of the mods.
What? With a slightly modified value sometimes, because obviously...
Slightly modified value.
And then you can put that in the same item class of a
I don't even know about this system. What the...
Doesn't say random, yeah. He just said one of the mods with modified values. It's not random. Yeah, it is one of the mods. Oh, that doesn't tell us anything. That doesn't tell us anything. So it could be like every single one of these. It might still be RNG. Yeah, it might be RNG. It might be said. It's... I just want to know. I want to know. It becomes a socketable rune, yes. And you need to put it in the same item class as the unique you extracted it from. So if you extract a power from Adonia's ego, it needs to go into a weapon or a wand. Yeah. Alright. Curse Carver. Yeah, no. Level of temporal chain skills. I mean, this could be interesting, I guess. This could be something. Even more curse stuff. Spears. Tyranny's Grip. Strike, spear, deal splash damage. Knocks back enemies on hit. Cannot use projectile attacks. Okay. Quarterstaves. The Sentry. No physical damage. 100% increased flammability magnitude and 300% light radius. What? There's no way that those are just gonna be the ones that you can extract. Like, Theory 2, the Sentry. Like, there's no way. What are we supposed to extract on this? Adds fire damage? Fire resistance? Light radius? Yeah, but who? Yeah, I think Oscrix has it right, by the way. I think it's gonna be light radius. No physical damage. Yeah. But, like, correct me if I'm wrong. Who would use a probably very valuable thing called Oroth's Legacy? Who would use that to get 20% fire res? You can just get a normal fire res rune. They said hidden interactions too. Yeah, it has to be. What is light radius good for? To see. To see stuff. If it's dark, you can't see. Hello? Hello? Are you new? They mentioned Tabula, didn't they? No, I don't think so. No. Did he mention something about that?
Yeah. There's just so many crazy crafting things going on. But it was kind of like, well, when we were designing the league, we're like, okay, we've got Kalgurans. Like, what kind of crazy crafting and magic systems would Kalgurans have, like, that would be different than the stuff that's going on in Ray class?
Tabula was for the upgrading
so,
thing,
you know,
right?
the whole magic system is based around like this star metal that they have Verisium, and then they like, you know, like the words give it power and so on. So we're just kind of thinking, we're using that as inspiration for all the different crafting things you have.
Blue shapes.
Yeah, all the blue runic shapes and everything. So it was just a lot of
little nuts on this.
Yeah, we went definitely. So there's so many crafting things. Like, in fact, there's even more crafting stuff we had. Like, there were entire crafting benches that we have designed and practically like 80% implemented and then discarded. Like, there's just like a huge amount of that stuff.
We can do this or some other way.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What else? Dusk Vigil. Trigger Ember Fusillade on casting a spell. What? Hello? Dusk Vigil. Yeah, this is probably going to be the line that you extract from this one, right? But what level is the Ember Fusillade going to be on this one? Level 1? Yeah, that's the question, right? I'm unsure if that's it. You can't trigger a spell you potentially don't have. What is it then? Gain damage as extra fire, increase spell damage. Maybe you extract the spell with it, yeah. Quill Rain. I'm gonna let you guys assume what the power is that we can extract from Quill Rain. No, it's 40% less attack damage, okay? 100% increased attack speed? I'm gonna assume here, once again, that's gonna have what Mark said, the modified values, right? I don't think they're gonna let us extract 100% increased attack speed. Arrow speed is insane at full value, yeah. Arrow speed is the same as projectile speed, right? Just. Have you guys seen Fob's video on Blood Mage? It's so broken again. That has been a thing for ages. Just because Fobgon makes a video on it, that's not a new discovery. That has been a thing for ages. I'm gonna choke someone in the street, in the video game. Life flasks existed before. Life flasks are in the game already, and that node is in the game as well already. Popcorn climbed a mountain and found the tablets of the... Are you going crazy? No, I'm fine. What's up? Thank you. Thank you for the prime. Hello. Have you seen the new Life Last Discovery exploit? Hey, guys. Hey, guys. So I just found some weird tablets, like by a bush somewhere, and the bush was burning. And it said, like, there's the 10 Commandments on there. Guys, have you seen this? And everyone just goes like, oh my god! New religion found it! Popcorn invented Christianity! Religion better evolved. Okay. Okay, we're done. Which religion is the best for endgame currency farm? Good question. I don't know. All right, Ironbound.
RD, guys. When you press ESC while on the main screen of the game closes.
Ironbound, 5% increased block chance per 100 total item armor on equipped armor items. This is interesting for Caltrak, right? Is he gonna make a video on this? Probably. He wants to leak start this, right? Ironbound. This could be very cool. Could be very cool. Ironbound, put on a rare bow and win? Yeah. Are you AI? Yes. I am AI. This is me. He has a short on YouTube from this? Yeah. Returning arrows is good for every bow build? Yeah. But it has to be on fully broken armor. Right? I'm not sure how many bow builds that mainly deal elemental damage, which makes physical damage be converted into elemental damage, fully break armor all the time, right? So, Warbringer? I think Kaltrak had, like, he might have started a trend here in the Warbringer bowl section. Right? Can you send us that link? There you go. How do we activate Stripper Client with GGG Premium? Very hard to do, okay? Not everyone gets Streamer Client, okay? Wolf Rite of Passage could make this thing insane, yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, very, very cool stuff here. Very cool stuff. We might... I think it's pretty safe to say that there's gonna be some broken shit in here. There's gonna be some broken shit in here. Legacy of Trample Toe, I think, like, if we can extract Trample Toe... What is this? Popgun's take on Plant Daddy.
I want to play anything but plants. Dude, Rax is playing plants.
Bro, this build does like 0 damage to bosses. Guys, this is plants. Look, this is literally plants. Why do people like this build so much? I don't understand.
What's happening? The crafting change. Yep. Right. You can only is any more damage. In your sacred amount.
Easy prey.
Okay, damage reduction was still on. Now we give him a full blast. Yeah, guys, I think Bone Storm is quite good.
Release the beast.
Bone Storm. No! Stay! Stay, bad dog! No! Ooh, that... Druid like Rax and Lich? I don't know. Where's the last asshole? Plants have no bones. I mean, then you would also say that EDC is bad because we're using Bone Storm. Like, yeah, it's part of it. Yes, that's like saying, yeah, you play Ice Shot without Snipe. Exactly. That's exactly the thing. Like, oh, Ice Shot Snipe is so bad. Ice Shot is so bad. Oh yeah, you're not using Snipe. Like, huh? I mean, the clip was like 4 days old or something, so don't one guy me. Don't one guy me. I mean, like, the thing also is, I'm fine if you don't like my life doesn't change if you don't like to play plants. I'm gonna be fine, okay? I'm gonna be fine. My whole ego doesn't revolve about you liking my build or not, or you wanting to play the build that I'm playing. Okay. Will you still be using Bone Storm in endgame? I do think that Bone Storm is going to be spell totems. We're going to do spell totems, I think, in endgame with Bone Storm. I think there is a way to make single target very, very good in endgame with Bone Storm totems. I think there is a way. Plant a tree every time someone says they don't want to play plants. Yeah, perfect. They're gonna change rarity before start of league. Watch. Are they? Oracle totem broken. How are we gonna do ritual? What do you mean? With 6 bosses? Easy. Easy. I'm gonna upload. I'm very excited for build update number 1 when I on Sunday or something I will go like, yeah, we like first pinnacle bosses are done. Plants is pretty good. Gonna be excited for that. Rarity bot died, to be honest. Yep, kinda. Spell Totem Oracle Ball seems very well done. I saw that, yeah. Kinda guild group rarity, yeah. Let's watch the Connor video. We just need we need some React content before I start doing the videos for today. Let's watch this.
Hello, this is One Man Left.
Hello.
And we've had a patch note today, nerfing live what I was planning to play for the 5th league in a row. I have continued the undefeated streak. So, you know, my parents always told me, don't half-ass anything, you know? So I figure if I'm going to do GGG's balance job for myself, I might as well do GGG's balance job for everyone. So I'm here to tell you today that GGG, you have missed a few spots, and I'm going to help you find those spots you've missed. Let us begin.
Drinking milk.
First up, we have the Ancestral Bond Keystone. Look at this right here. So Ancestral Bond was added for totems in patch 0.4, and it had a funny line of text with it that it required power charges to use. Now, a lot of the long-term enjoyers of totems did not like that mod, understandably. Doesn't feel good to require, 25 endurance charges and power charges and all that stuff to place your totems. So instead, they have buffed it, nerfed the opposition, rather, to Ancestral Bond. It now no longer requires totems. And in the upcoming patch, they are going to be free. No cost. No cost. It just uses the skills for free. Well, I got some bad news for you, because in PoE 2, there's a skill called Archmage. It is a persistent buff that scales off your maximum mana.
Why is he
It makes
spilling
your
the
skills
beans?
gain a shit ton of added lightning damage. However, it makes the cost really high. In PoE 2, that more damage effect of gain as extra lightning
Works
will
on
affect your
totems without the downside.
and they will not spend any extra mana because they're free with Ancestral Bond. So, that means a build can just use Archmage with Giga Mana scaling and spend none of the cost that is almost
he's
impossible for
snitching.
any other build in the game right now to sustain.
He's snitching.
While still scaling cast speed and use as much as possible. And unlike last league, where totems had a 0.6 second baked-in internal cooldown triggered after a usage, which could make them trigger like 4
He's
times
right,
slower,
though.
that has been reworked in 0.5 to now only be 50% of the skill cost.
Turn this
And
off
that means
quick.
this interaction is a really busted, broken 2-skill combo that has virtually no downside and pure upside. That's number 1. Number 2.
That was it? Okay.
This is a fun one. So Spirit Walker's a new ascendancy in 0.5. It has an interesting little bonus effect where if you get all 3 of the companion types, you get access to a bonus one right here that you can pick for free, and it's got a little bonus effect of the bear and all them. So the funny side effect is one of the things it gains is damage taken to your companion instead of you. So there is an interesting item on this one because there is a lineage gem called Ramira's Requital. Here's the thing. This gem has a line of text that says you recoup 200% of damage taken by summoned minions this way as life. 10% on the gem, 8% on the...
Dude, not even minion players are safe. Not even minion players are safe. The infinite recoup minion tech. He's even snitching on that.
bear. There is furthermore on the passive tree, there is a node called Captivating Companionship that is also 5%. And last but not least, there's an item called Starconjas that can be corrupted into 18% of this value. If you get all of these sources, you are sitting at somewhere around 44% damage taken from your companion's life before you. So if you're a minion build scaling minion life, that means only about half the damage is going to go to you, and about half the damage is going to go to your companion. A little under half. I think it's 44. All of that damage shifted does turn into recoup.
This fits.
So
this
let's
fitting,
do some
right?
simple math. If you, however, put in 44% of the damage onto your companion and 56% of the damage onto yourself, and of that 44% damage, 200% is recouped. Now, this is before recoup and recovery multipliers. They've added 9 points this league. So you can multiply this number. That means 88% of the base damage is gained as base recoup that is scalable, and only 56% of the remaining damage goes to you. This makes for a very, very easy infinite recoup loop that will always net regen you, even with no investment, even with some minus scaling effects, even with one of these pieces missing. This will always net positive regen you versus the damage taken. So, yeah, that's basically infinite recovery solved. All right, number 3. We'll save that one. We'll save that one.
Wait,
number
is
3,
it Twisters? Okay.
There is some Blood Mage tech. It's got a Chinese video for this tech. Long story short is builds like...
Okay, one thing though is I'm questionable about this one. I'm kind of questionable about this one because it involves
comment in point 4 had a
Whose mans
tremendous
is this?
amount
Get your
of
man.
life spend or mana spend, depending on how you spent it. A lot of
Is it
people
secret
used either
Chinese?
Covenant on Oracle or Blood Mage with Life Leech, and because in point 4 Life Leech was uncapped and had all the instances scaling at once, and you could have overcap spend, it basically gave you infinite recovery. And with the Leech nerfs in point 5, that should be basically dead. However, Sanguine Tides is bugged right now to give more life charges than it should to your flasks. And on the Chinese servers, they are using flask macros to spam this button and get infinite spend. I'll show a brief highlight here from Mason. And
he's like, if I'm going down, I'm taking all of you, bitch. Like, I'm taking all of you with me.
Just kind of show this tech.
Oh, I
He's
love
full
this.
life with 0 charges, and when he spends his entire life bar, you see he's at 55 charges. When if you spent 100% of your life here, you should be at 25% charges. So there looks to be a bug here, and I don't know how. What do you call it? I think China is just going to abuse this because they actually don't care. They're just going to macro their life flasks. But this is something that you should keep in mind, that it's actually still possible to shoot 1,000 comets per second, and a lot of Chinese players will be doing it because it's insane, right? The amount of damage is absurd for the cost, and so people are just.
I'm not having fun. You're not having fun.
Next league. So that's something you should keep in mind. When I say Comet is barely nerfed, there's going to be tech that's going to come out. Even if you don't macro this and you just press the life flasks yourself, you're still probably going to be doing, like, you're probably going to have like 10,000 or 15,000 life per second, and you should probably still be fine throwing out that.
All right. Number 4. Personally, I think I'm powerful enough to get the first 3 nerfed. For whatever reason, I'm not sure why.
Okay.
I
Homelander.
don't think I'm powerful
Okay, Homelander, take another sip of that milk, please.
enough to get this one nerfed because Fubgun's been trying for like a week. So, man, if Fubgun can't get her nerfed, I don't think I can. But maybe Fubner or Congun is stronger. So we're gonna do the fusion. Ha! And we're gonna both go after this one and see if it's possible. All right. But yeah, if you don't already know what this is, Twisters is going to be, by my estimate, somewhere between 30 and 40% play rate on PoE Ninja in point 5.
Okay.
There are, I think, 20 to 25 league start guides on video on YouTube already. People,
yeah.
I'm not talking people like I've never heard of. I'm not talking people with like 20 subs. I'm talking like.
Who's this guy? I love him. This is legendary Connor Converse, also known as 1 Mana Left. Yeah. Because we're watching his video, it's only right to link his YouTube, obviously. There we go.
Creators who have Twister guides out already. It is going to be the Lightning Spear.
0 builds left.
The lightning arrow of this coming patch. We had a
I
somewhat
can't do
balanced
this.
point 4.
I can't do
with
this.
the
I
new
have to make it to
class
Friday.
spreading out a lot of the play. But this one, it's going to be the whole league. I mean, it absolutely deletes bosses. This video is 4 hours and 14 minutes long. Which I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Connor, a 4 flat campaign. That's just what a speedrunner does. That's just a good time, right? A 4-14 campaign. People did that last league. That's fine.
Is he actually fuming or just petty? No, both. He's fuming and he's petty. So?
Fast, Connor. Incorrect. This is not a campaign. This is tier 15 maps. This is the same character that fought the Miller. This is a tier 15 map run. Not a campaign run. A tier 15 map run. This character absolutely deletes bosses. People are playing it on Lich as a league starter, where I'm not exaggerating. You're going to think this is fake. Prada has a video. You can check it out. I'm not exaggerating. People are playing this starter on Lich, where their starting tree is this. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. That is their starting tree.
So I think this looks like a perfectly nice tree right here. You can't don't you want attributes? What do you mean? I thought attributes are important.
2 spears on a witch. If you think that's balanced, great. It's your job, not mine. But I'm since you like me doing your job when it comes to builds I play, I'm gonna give you some advice here. This one is not balanced, okay? You can disagree. I might get 3 out of 4 on this video. So be it. I tried. I'll see you guys next time. And there's milk.
Bro forgot eye shot? No, he's not gonna... That's kinda... Okay, I will say though. It's kinda... Is it kinda hypocritical that he didn't mention eye shot... That he didn't mention eye shot snipe? To not get in bad blood with the Fobgooners? But even Homelander isn't perfect, right? Even Homelander isn't perfect. Right? Okay, I need to use the bathroom. And then I don't know what we're doing today. I don't know. We can react some I don't know, we can watch some more videos. It's stalling time. I might also just end early and we go into some and I make some YouTube videos that I wanted to do anyway. That's probably gonna be the plan. Do we just give it to someone else now and then do we just pass it off to someone else now and then I go into some more YouTube stuff? Or do I remind myself of the ED Contagion leak start? Yeah, we can do a little bit of an ED Contagion test run because I wanted to remind myself of the ED Contagion start. I'll be right back. And then let's see. Whoops. Whoops. Do you think GGD will nerf Tristers? No, I don't think they will. I don't think they will. If they actually gonna go for like last minute nerfs, that's gonna be interesting.
Foul witch! Your very own coven cast you out for your forbidden pursuits. You're twisted.
I just
at the end of a noose.
I don't expect it, to be honest. I have to say. Alright, so let's Let's make sure we update this ED Contagion stuff here. Check the how that I made for you before I start crying at work. Huh? Contagion, Frostbomb, Essence Drain. We go Unleash, Swift Affliction, Zenith, Controlled. We need to update. We need to change this. What did you make here? Idol Showcase, Divine Waterfall. What is this? Yo, I'm gonna check that out. Yes, I need a new hideout for the new one anyway. Can you add this? Nerf milk? Yes. That's perfect. There's a video too? Oh, I didn't see it. Where's the video? Where's the video, Morph? Where was the video with the OP storm earlier? Connor Converse on YouTube. On the link. I can't see it. Am I blind? Oh, video. There. Error. Please try again. Error occurred.
I will not join the dead today.
Bro, I'm new here. Can you tell me Oracle or Lich build to prefer? I mean, you're asking my opinion, and my opinion is Lich. Judged or seen by the fact that I am starting Lich. So, decide for yourself. I'm obviously biased. Yeah, that was legendary snitching.
I welcome it.
Are we getting masteries or is that a mistake in the HTML file? I don't know. I don't know yet. It's like nothing is 100%. Okay, here you go. Let's look at Morph's hideout. This is a free hideout, right? Cave? This is nice with the waterfall. How do you keep gems so quickly? Control left click. Control left click. It's Plateau of the Gods. Oh damn. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I like it. I like it. I like that. Can you please upload a video with Plants is Dead? Yes. Plants is Dead. Yep. We're all dead. Fortunately. It's over. It's all Jover. It's all Jover.
My first taste of true power. Impressive size, but little acuity. Dismal.
Come on. Ah. Okay, we take that. We throw away the scepter immediately, I guess. Alright, so ED Contagion started. Obviously, we start Contagion. Put Contagion here.
Hopefully he survives.
Wasted 5 gold, oh my god, yeah. Gravity Pod is dead. It does seem like a big hit to... It does seem like a big hit to group play. I will say that. It does seem that way. Oh my god, what is this layout? Wait, is this the switched layout because we're in standard now? Oh god, I don't know these layouts. I went to the left side out of habit. Because the camp is always on the left side. It's on the right side here. Okay. By the way, I honestly think that Volcano is the way to go, but people said people use Entangle here, right? For I'm gonna try out using Volcano here until we get Essence Drain for single target. Volcano's hella underrated. Yeah, me too. I think so as well. And I think we can definitely use it here. Okay. The layouts in the new update are gonna mess me up because I played the SSF layouts the whole time now. This is super confusing to me. Okay. Invader. Yeah, we take all the minions. We Chaos Bolt her. Dude, that is some good damage. That is some good damage. Movement speed? Oh. That's why I don't practice League Swords. I mean, it will still help.
Death grants power.
Yeah, all the the layouts are completely switched. Switch the complete other way around. This is confusing. This is very confusing, actually.
A sister in the Grellwood. Curious.
Superior Withered Wand. Okay.
Dear sister.
First support gem. First support gem on this build. I would honestly say we probably still go with Unleash for Contagion for clear here, right? I think that makes sense as the first one. Where's the passive tree? Can we link it in the comment in the thing or something? I'll change my let me change my Twitch title. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Schnoz. Wait, let me pin that. Wait, let me pin that. There we go. All right. Thank you. The mirrored layouts are messing with my brain. Red Veil should be top right here then, right? On this one? Is the correct link? Okay. We go ED run today. Today's stream is going to be much shorter because I have a bunch of YouTube videos to do. But I just wanted to go into some ED right now and just check out the start and just remind myself of the start. But I'm mainly going to do some YouTube videos after stream today.
And rust. Death in abundance.
Problem is, every single time I play this build, I want to league started again. Just way too comfy. Way too comfy. Honestly, same goes for plants though. Both of these are just so comfy. Oh, we don't have league mechanics now, right? In standard, we don't have the league mechanic here? How does that work? Thank God we did the practice run yesterday with the league mechanic. Even on plants, you want to play ED like level 20. You don't have to, honestly. I get it. You can absolutely play Acid Strain Contagion on plants before. But I played it yesterday without ED Contagion and it works just as well. It works really nice. Is it viable plan to start EDC Act 1 and switch to plants in Act 2? Yeah, absolutely. Like, if you want to do that, you can absolutely do that. But you can also follow the plan Act 1 that I did yesterday. That is also in the plans guide for Act 1. I think that is just as good as just going EDC for Act 1.
My knowledge grows deep.
Oh, wait. That is skill gem level 2? Oh my god, we don't even need the leap mechanic. So, Frost Bomb. We have a little bit of single target. Another support. I'm getting spooned. Hello? Getting spooned.
That voice.
What up, Shaq? That gets me every time. I will admit. Who's there? Hello? Who's there? It's Connor, and I'm coming for your build.
Too soon.
Ow. Yeah, one more volcano. Yeah.
Very loud and very
What is
dull.
this? What is all of this? Just get level 6 real quick, or... No? Ah, that's fine. Why he plays Lich and not Plant Druid? Okay, that's why I shouldn't play on stream. That's why I shouldn't play this build on stream now, because everyone's gonna be like, oh my god! Wait! He's not playing plants! What's happening? Help! We're screwed!
Thank you. Cute girl.
What did I forget? Nothing. Friendly stools, friendly stuff.
The tree must bend to my will now.
Go back. I didn't get the waypoint to the Grellwood. In the Grellwood, I mean. Oh, what's the question? Why I'm playing Lich over plant or over Druid on plants? Exclamation mark League starter. Watch the video. There you go. Oh, there's the tree. Nice.
Well, well. Who is this that adorns the tree of souls? Now the others.
By decree of the Count of Ogham.
He's in.
Which act is your favorite in the campaign personally? Act 1. I think Act 1 is perfect. Perfect length. Good story. Like, I think Act 1 is amazing. No auto-cast Thunderstorm anymore? No. Haven't done that for quite some time on the plant build. Perfect aesthetics, yeah. Let me in!
You've some power, Evermite. You'd have made a worthy sister.
Oh no, Mr. Streamer, why you
Oh,
have
no.
chest bolt? There's no contagion in the boat. I don't know what is happening. I already prepared my screechy white chest bolt. Now isn't true better while you have a different support gem. What is best?
I mean, you're memeing, but that's actually what's happening, okay? That is my life. You know you love it? Absolutely. Ding, ding, ding.
This druid has seen better days. At least he died.
Right, next support. Oh yeah.
In a place
let's just drop Volcano and Frostbomb. We really don't need that. Let's do Essence Drain with Zenith and Swift Affliction. And then we're good. Oh wait, the exit is probably down. Should be down. Yeah,
Thank you
just
for all
spamming
the
the
hard
YouTube
work,
chat like
bud.
that is
Hope
just gonna get
have
you
a great
permanent, by the way.
and
Bye.
amazing league start.
Like, chill. What are you doing? Thank you for the thank you. I mean, thank you for saying that. Where's the exit? Ow. Oh, God. They really did replace the energy cluster with the life recoup? Oh, yeah, it's... Wait, what? How? Which... No. What? Did we miss that when we were looking at the passive tree? Did we miss that? Dude, okay. What? Our rarity bot already did. Definitely took a hit. Yeah, definitely took a hit. It's increased the speed of recoup. My bad. Yeah, but did they remove energy cluster for that? Which one are you talking about? What does Abyssal Lich add compared to normal Lich? It's the first paragraph in the guide. Everything explained. There's a new passive tree in the pinned comment. Alrighty. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just do the ED Contagion guide for YouTube now, because we need to add the ED Contagion version now, because a lot of people are asking about that all the time. So we're just gonna raid off. Just gonna raid off to someone. And then be on the lookout for the YouTube. Like I said, a little bit of a shorter stream today. I have like a bunch of YouTube content to do, which is kind of important before the league launch, and I do not have a editor